I wouldn't recommend trying this with your own car or demonstrator, but we want you to know how tough this car really is, how it can take it. The 300's a new top performance car at a popular price. They asked some of us test drivers at the Chrysler Proving Grounds to give it a rough performance workout, and hey, I look pretty good in a crash helmet, don't I? You can't tell I'm losing my hair. We put this 300 through the works. The roughest, toughest performance test possible. But the big thing we wanted to find out was how it stacks up against competition, like the BOP cars, Buick Invicta, old Super 88, and Pontiac Bonneville. The game was follow the leader, and I was the leader in the 300. Now, these are all good cars, 62s in the same price range. Big, powerful performers with standard engines over 300 horsepower. So the game was for keeps. It was up to the 300 to prove itself the leader. They kept the cameras grinding on us, including a camera and a helicopter hovering overhead. Well, we ran these cars to their limits, and sometimes a little more. Nothing was rigged, nothing special was done to any of the cars. They came right from the dealers. Anybody can duplicate these tests with 4 experienced drivers. You're going to see for yourself just how the Chrysler 300 stacks up. That's me on the left in the 300, then the Invicta, Super 88, and Bonneville. It's a drag race, 0 to 60, and I'll wave my handkerchief when I get to 60 so you'll know.
Are you ready?
Here we go.
Ready?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There, less than 10 seconds. The 300 takes off like a rocket that's late for a countdown. Though Buick brags about advanced thrust and Olds about its performance transmission, look who has the edge every time. To thoroughly check the 300's exceptional dig-out power, we also tried it on wet pavement. Even if you don't go in for drag racing, fast acceleration's important. For instance, for swinging into expressway traffic safely. Also for passing, so we check that too. A truck paced us at 25 miles an hour. Then at the flag, we all floored it. That's me on the left pulling away from the bops, including the Olds with its exceptionally authoritative passing gear. Now let's get on to reserve acceleration power for heavy loads and trailers and for hills, like this steep 32% grade. The 300 will take them on one at a time, starting with the Super 88. We'll approach at 25, then at the flag, give it all she's got, and see how fast we can claw our way up. Watch. Now, Pontiac. They say the Invicta really takes to the hills. Engine braking, coasting down the same steep grade and drive with the engines idling. The 300's 3-speed transmission holds back more safely than the Invicta's 2-speed transmission. We We got a torture road at the Proving Grounds that can be about as rough on a car's suspension system as any stretch of cow path in America. So this competition puts the 300's unibody and torsion bar suspension up against the Bop car's body-on frame and coil springs. Hold on to your hats now. It's going to be rough. We're going 45 or 50, so maybe things are happening too fast to see. Lean back and enjoy it in slow motion. Watch how the 300 recovers faster than the others. Frame on the Buick's actually pounding the pavement. Watch the Old's front wheels and you can see daylight under them. America's #1 road car, they call it, landing like a jackrabbit with fallen arches. Quick, positive steering response is important to good control, so I led the Bop cars through a slalom course. Watch what happened to them when they tried to keep up, as I wormed around those pylons in the 300 as fast as I could without losing control. To keep control, the others had to slow down, so they fell behind. Oops again. It's fall behind or slide out of control for the Bop boys. Sports car feel on curves, they say. What do you say? Superior roadability, they say. Also, you're out front in action. What kind of action? I'm still threading that 300 through like a grease snake swallowing a corkscrew. But dig the car with the road-leveling wide track stance. No car can actually turn on a dime, but let's see which one came closest to it. After lining up even, we all crammed our wheels to the right as far as they'd go. Pontiac cut 3.5 feet off their turning radius in '62. We're humping along at 60. Me on the left, then Buick, Olds, then Pontiac. When the flag goes down, we'll tromp on our brakes hard for a real panic stop. Now. Maybe this isn't the best angle to see the difference, so let's try it again. The 300 beats the Invicta even with its fin-cooled aluminum brake drums. We tried this many times, and every time we tried it, wet or dry pavement, they came out in the same order. Well, these are only some of the built-in differences we found comparing the 300 to these Bop competitors. Test drivers don't necessarily know the problems of convincing a prospect that the Chrysler's the best buy, but we're sold. We're enthusiastic about the Chrysler because we know what it'll do. So it seems to me that if lots of people knew about this great new car and why, when it comes to performance, it's the proven leader, as far as we test drivers are concerned, it's a standout leader, then lots of people are going to end up behind the wheel of a new Chrysler.